Machine guns like Rambo with a JJ. So right now, joining me today, Miss Sarah Underwood.
We are coming to you from the G4 Studios in Los Angeles.
On the show today, Sarah Underwood, that Sarah Underwood, and 1,000 nude friends take part in Portland's annual Naked Bike Ride. But now we've got never-before-seen footage. So much blurring. Then Michael Rappaport and Fife from A Tribe Called Quest join us to discuss beats, rhymes, and life in that
Why are you wearing these?
order. Because you never know. You never know. They'll also discuss the documentary of the same name.
Plus, in Gadget Prawn, Chris Hardwick and Candace team up to rate the Flyer, a tiny tablet from HTC that weighs less than a pound, yet boasts all the Android's best bells and whistles. And sword stab ancient people when guest critic Devin Faraci reviews The Eagle and classic thriller Blowout on an all-new weekend edition of DVD Tuesday.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yes, and now it is time to look at what was best on the net.
Are we going around the...
Let's do it.
All right, let's go around the net. Comes to us from Belgium, which is a country and not a type of waffle.
A country so adorable that stuff like this happens on a regular basis. Aww, that's so cute.
It's cute, and then you realize they're at a foie gras festival. That's not cool.
Oh my God. We asked you, where are they going? No.
What?
Where are they going?
You know that's the international sign for high five me, by the way.
What?
When you
This?
raise your hand like
No,
this.
it's hand, what's the expression? Face.
Let me get my
Talk
hand
to the
all over that sweet
hand.
Portuguese
That's
chest.
what that is.
Oh, that one too.
Oh my word.
Mr. Shortstop 101 said it's a death march to a Chinese restaurant.
And Bathroom Stalin said, the red light district where the ladies are loosey-goosey.
Oh, I like that. I'm all right with that.
You would.
If the videos we see online are to be believed, Russia is like a cold and hard place to live.
But don't worry, as this clip demonstrates, there's still room for romance.
Yes, really disgusting romance.
You've been treating me so sweet and kind. You're the reason why I feel so good. You're always on my mind. Take a little time for you all night long. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you something.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's
That's
amazing.
pretty awesome. You want to recreate it real quick?
No.
Okay. We asked you, where is the happy couple spending their honeymoon?
Lord Humongous said the Dominican Republic.
That's good.
I like it.
The 1138 said the Virgin Islands.
Oh. And Double A Cantu said Drunkle Ted's Beach House. Yeah.
Don't applaud that.
You don't like that one?
No, there's
All right.
sand in the basement. Our number 2 video is the result of a very simple recipe.
Take 1 part Scooter, add 1 part Russia, and enjoy.
Scooter had a nice sound system.
We asked you what brand of scooter is she driving?
C. Delgado 13 said, Das Scoot.
Kolic-84 said, a Vespa!
And Tupac Shakur, which might be my favorite Twitter
Tupac.
name,
I love it.
said, the stop or my mom will scoot.
All right. And at number 1, summer's here, and it's time to hang out by the pool.
First, though, you might want to clean the pool.
It's not gonna hold this time. This time is not. Your face!
Yo face.
Yo face. So we asked you, what's the name of his pool cleaning company?
Ramon Riviera said slip and slide and concuss cleaning service.
It gets worse. Cartbeater 1 said this video is actually, quote, an infomercial for the new Sham Ow. To get your daily viral fix and to check out all the viral videos we have to offer, go to g4tv.com/. It's that easy.
Still ahead, I visit Portland's naked backyard.
Now with the real force scene stuff. Naked.
Bike ride through Portland.
Yes, you did.
Yep. Yep.
Do you really need more?
It's good to be back home in Portland. It's raining, but I never let that get me down because I'm about to go cruise the street with 10,000 friends, or 10,000 naked friends, that is. Because I got a date with the World Naked Bike Ride. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta slip into something a little more comfortable.
The World Naked Bike Ride is a worldwide event where people in all different cities get together and ride their bikes naked through the street.
How many are we expecting this year?
Probably, realistically, 10,000 people.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's
10,000 boobs and wieners out on bikes.
Yeah, there's a lot of those. This year, I'm going to be riding about a 9-foot tall bicycle.
Love it! Let me try it?
Yeah,
Awesome. Okay. You got a hold of me.
I got you. I got the bravado.
Check me out, y'all. Look at this. Riding a high bike, naked on the river. Woo. Woo-hoo. I don't know if you know this about me, but there's only one way I like to end my interviews.
Yeah, what's that?
I like to do a little dirty dancing move. Can you do it with me?
I think so. Nobody puts baby in a corner.
It feels amazing from up here. Woo! This is your first time being nude in front of a bunch of people like this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Never done anything like this before.
What's up with the 3D glasses?
Stand out in a crowd of a million naked people, so 13,000 people here. We just wanted to be a part of Portland and, stand out in our own way.
You girls are definitely standing out. You guys are hot.
Gotta do it together? Okay. Is that possible? I don't know if you can try it. Here, try to connect. Okay.
Let's get naked and ride around this town, huh?
This is crazy! Riding a bike naked with 10,000 people. This is the craziest thing I've ever done. Okay, we are at the end. I'm freezing. That was amazing. But I'm glad it's over because my nipples are gonna fall off. What made you guys come out tonight?
It's good weather, good people. Like, how can you not want to just like mob all around town with a bunch of naked folks?
Did you guys see any crazy things happen tonight?
Saw somebody like bad, like head over heels.
Were they naked?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you're gonna like get judged or anything like that. Like,
It's not a big deal until Homeboy starts doing the helicopter, and I'm just like,
okay, you're gonna put somebody's eye out with that. We rode everywhere today, totally free. I love my city. If you want to see if there's a bike ride near you, go to worldnakedbikeride.org. I'm gonna go check out a naked after party. See ya.
Oh, God. like the part where you were naked. It seems like you had a good time in Portland, yeah?
I did.
Would you be down to do another naked bike ride?
Totally. I would
Really?
love to.
Actually-
Funnest, craziest thing I've ever done in my
So
life.
cool. We just got word that there is going to be another naked bike ride.
yeah?
This time it's in. It's actually here in Los Angeles.
Perfect.
It's going to be around my pool in my backyard. There's only one bike. It's a tandem, and there are no seats. But other than
If
that,
you're intimidated by how big and heavy the iPad is, first you should go to the gym more.
right. Then you should check out this petite little HTC tablet. It's so cute and tiny. You can.
Traveling around with a 10-inch tablet is not the easiest thing in the world, which is why HTC made the Flyer. Weighing under a pound and only half an inch thick, this little tablet utilizes a 7-inch multi-touch screen and HTC Scribe technology, so you can touch and draw all over everything. You'll also get front and rear cameras along with the Android 2.3 experience, all for $500.
Please welcome friend to Man and Tech, Chris Hardwick. Those are some nice shots.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about myself.
Here it is! No, it's already set up. Here it is, the Flyer! It seems really heavy for being this size.
Yeah, I mean,
I was surprised.
It's pretty close to the iPad, but because it's smaller and it's denser, and so it's heavier per square inch.
I don't like that.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, I guess
I
that's
don't
a
like
review. It's thicker than the iPad 2 and the BlackBerry Playbook as well.
Yeah.
So you can see there on the side, it's a little bit thicker right there.
And I'm a little shocked they didn't use Android 3.0 for this. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure. I missed a key board meeting at HTC, so I didn't really get that information.
Come
but
on, Chris.
I will tell you that the screen is just as responsive as other Android devices, so that's a pretty good thing. Whether or not they use Android 3.0 or 2.3, it also has the latest version of HTC Sense on it, so you'll be able to customize and add widgets as much as you like. Look at the you'll be like a widget wizard. We wish it did have Android 3.0, mainly for the tab browsing and to access Android tablet apps, but it doesn't.
But what's the deal with the stylus?
Well, first of all, adorable. It's made specifically for drawing and taking notes, not actually navigating on the tablet. So there's only really a handful of apps that can use it.
It doesn't look like you can fit much writing on it.
No, you really can't, especially if you write that big. You can draw over, see if you write smaller, you can fit more. It's smaller over screenshots, or you can take notes with Evernote, which is great. I use Evernote, it's terrific. It's kind of fun to have. We're not sure if it's worth an extra $80.
$80?
$80 for the stylus. It may not be. Listen, when
you can't
Apple
even click on other
outlaws
things.
all other capacitive touch devices, it's not even really going to matter anymore. It's really not even going to matter.
This has one of the fastest processors we've seen on a tablet, right?
Yes, and it absolutely makes a difference. It's able to load flash-heavy sites super quick, in some cases quicker than other Android 3.0 tablets. Also, just as fast as the iPad 2 when launching apps like Angry Birds Rio.
Oh, it's just as fast.
That's right.
Faster.
There you can see right there with your own eyes. There it is. It was faster.
Now,
Yay.
front and back cameras. Are they anything special?
I say meh. M-E-H, period. The back one is 5 megapixels. That would have blown my mind 4 years ago, but now I'm kind of a bastard about it. There's no flash, so anything in low light is going to blur. Otherwise, the pictures look good. The front camera is standard at 1.3 megapixels. Works. It's Bruce Green. I
thought he died.
He got hit with a lady who's laughing. I'm telling you obvious things. The front camera works just like it should.
All right, it's $500 at BestBuy.com. A little pricey. So what's the verdict?
The verdict is 3 out of 5. It's not a bad tablet by any means. It works
For
well for something
$500?
and $80 for the stylus.
Come
For the
on.
stylus. So
That doesn't even do
yeah,
much.
we prefer Android 3.0 tablets, and like I said, you can buy. There's an Asus larger that's like $100 less that you can buy. So there
That's
you go.
the one you go for.
All right.
All right, that's it for Gadgetron.
Still ahead, I've got all of your porn-related news ready for you in the feed.
Okay.
And then, in Game Break, Kevin and Morgan Webb discuss just how wasted you'll want to be while playing Child of Eden.
And later, we've got Michael Rappaport and Fife from A Tribe Called Quest. They're going to talk about their new documentary full of fat beats. That's fat with a PH.
Like pretty hot, tempting.
Is that what it stands for? I was at a Japanese market and saw this little wind-up thing. Here we were today. We needed a fake cockroach, couldn't find one, so we threw this in a bag. Candace thought it was a cockroach.
All the news need to know. Feed.
I'm Sarah Underwood. It's Friday, June 24th, and here are your top stories. If you really want to get back at your boss for firing you, you could replace his PowerPoint presentation with porn. That's what one IT guy did, and now he's been sentenced to 100 hours of community service and 3 years of probation. Seems Walter Powell, an ex-employee at Baltimore Substance Abuse Systems, hacked into the computer of his former CEO and changed his PowerPoint presentation to the board of directors into an X-rated slideshow. He also hacked the accounts of other employees and caused general corporate mischief for 32 days until he was caught. Moral of the story, don't hack your boss's computer and don't piss off the IT guy. Fans of the brutal sci-fi book trilogy The Hunger Games are getting a chance to battle for a visit to the set. Today, movie studio Lionsgate launched the ultimate Hunger Game fan sweeps on Facebook. The best-selling novel, which revolves around a dystopian future where young people are forced to fight to the death on a brutal reality show, have a rabid fan following, and by entering the sweepstakes, you could win a highly coveted visit to the top secret set to meet the cast. The winner will be announced on July 25th. And finally, it is time for the Fart.com Story of the Day. Satisfied by the shave you get from ordinary razors? Then maybe you should shell out a little extra cash. For just $100,000, you can shave in style with the Zafiro. While the razor only has 2 blades, they're made from white sapphire and are sharpened using high-energy ionized particles. And the rest of the razor is just as fancy. For example, the handle is made from a metal harvested from meteorites, making it 10 times more rare than platinum. Included in the price is cleaning, servicing, and sharpening for the next 10 years, which almost makes it worth it, right? No. I'm Sarah Underwood, and you've just been fed. Now back to Kevin.
Thank you, Sarah Underwood. Hey, here's a video game Sunday, and Morgan Webb is sort of like the cherry on top. Please welcome back X-Play's Morgan Webb!
Thank you very much. Okay, we gotta get started because we got a lot of time. We got a lot of stuff to do.
First up, the game from Tetsuya Mizuguchi, one of my favorites, Child of Eden. It's basically the spiritual successor to Rez.
Basically is
which
Rez.
was an amazing game.
Kind of throw that out there.
It's Rez with multiple guns.
Yeah, it's rhythm-based music. Shooter. It has these like live action things. The beginning feels a little like a Pocky commercial in Japan.
I'm like waiting for a ramen bowl to pop up with animated characters, and it's oh so good.
But you know what? She really does. Like she kind of appears in the background, and you really do want to save her. You have to kind of lock onto the enemies. It is a shooter. But
it's a shooter, and every enemy that you lock on, every enemy that you kill, every power-up that you earn or use somehow affects the music or the beat of the level. So it's to induce that sort of synesthesia feel.
And you get more points if you kill things on the beat. I'm not at that level yet, but conceptually that is possible.
Well, and I'm looking at it here, and I'm thinking clearly this is someone playing with the controller, but it says on the box, better with Kinect.
Right, and you played with Kinect. I didn't play with Kinect, so I want to know what your experience was.
First of all, the game should come with rolling papers. Let me just put that out there. Like, all of Mizuguchi's games should. Like, they go better with Kinect and with marijuana. But I played it using Kinect, and at first I was getting into it. I'm like, okay, this is great, and I'm shooting enemies and locking on. But first of all, the Kinect is not very good at tracking a limb when it passes in front of your torso. It kind of loses sight of what that is. And when you get in there, the cursor might hop around a little bit. And in this game, when you're past level 1, as you know, like, you have to lock onto every enemy. You have to do very good, or you're going to get crushed.
Right.
And you're constantly flipping your arm out in front of you. And I got like tennis elbow by level 3. So it was cool in concept, but I felt it was a little too difficult and a little too inconsistent to be enjoyable with the Kinect controller.
And it definitely does have a level of difficulty because you think at first you're like, oh, it locks on. How hard is this going to be? I'm going to ace this. And then like the 7th time you've played a level to get enough stars to move on, you're like, I'm just going to take a break for like a minute, and then I'm going to go back to it. But
you played with the controller, though. Was it a better experience?
It sounds like it was a better experience. However, I did find myself thinking it would be cool to experience it with Kinect.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. The first level, great. Past that, I mean, I managed to get to like level 4 using the Kinect, but then by then I literally thought my arm was going to fall off. Like it was a lot of time and trouble. But I'm still a huge fan of the game. I'll go back and beat it with the controller. Did you enjoy it?
Love, love, love. This is a 5 out of 5. Everybody should definitely pick it up. Check it out. it'll also really put us, if you're having a bad day, this game will put a smile on your face.
I agree.
As these purple lotuses are blooming on your television, you're like,
when you
I did
light up
that.
the space whale and it turns into a sky phoenix, and you're like, all right, Japanese developer, you got it.
You got
That's
me.
cool. Mushrooms. Next, we have another downloadable game. This is from Tim Schafer and Double Fine.
Yes.
We love Double Fine. We love everything they touch. Entrenched is a tower defense third-person shooter.
It's a third-person tower defense game, which is totally bizarre. And you're basically a super intelligent army guy, and you invent these trenches, which are, let's be honest, they're mechs.
They're
I don't know
mechs,
why
yeah.
we're calling them trenches. And you're fighting against another super intelligent army guy in this alternate universe. The point is that you have to kind of set defenses and set turrets, and then you can also use your mech to shoot people.
And some people hear tower defense and they go, I don't know what that is. It's basically it's Plants vs. Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies,
with
Field Runners
mechs.
is another example.
Yeah.
The great thing about this is you can actually play co-op.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
up to 4 people, so you and your friends can all get together and enjoy the game together. The enemies are going to be much harder, but you can talk and make strategies and plan, and that's really where the fun comes in.
And is it fluid from, okay, I'm running around on foot as a mech, upgrading my mech, and then I'm putting objects in the ground to defend as well?
You actually sort of target where you want the object to go, and then you can just select, and then it just drops down out of the sky. And then you can upgrade your mech with sniper weapons and shotguns and cannons and all sorts of things. So there's a lot of fun options.
I love it. Again, huge Tim Schafer fan. I know you are as
Totally.
well. As such, is Trenched worth the download?
It is a 4 out of 5. It is $15 for a 7 to 8 hour campaign for $15 plus all
That's
of the
really good.
multiplayer you can
Yeah.
get. It's a great deal.
I love it. 2 great games and 1 great Morgan Webb, everybody.
Thank you so much for having me.
An arguing about Social Security is pointless. We know that the robots are going to kill us before we can actually collect it all.
Well, don't believe us? Then you better watch Robot News.
It's a fact. Robots are steadily moving towards world domination. And at Shanghai's International Conference on Robotics and Automation, we spied some bots that will mold our future, for better or for worse. First up, the Scout is a vertical takeoff and landing micro unmanaged aerial vehicle. It's a helicopter without a controller. Yeah, just like that thing from Terminator. Designed by Arion Labs, this minicopter weighs in at just over 3 pounds, has a max speed of 31 miles per hour, and a range of just under 2 miles, making it perfect for small-scale reconnaissance. Recently, Arion has designed new attachments that can be snapped onto the bottom, like a gimbaled video camera with a 10 times optical zoom for when you need a steady video stream, or a thermal imaging camera for stealthy night missions. The Scout is already being used around the world. By being a silent eye in the sky, it's helped police bust Central American drug cartels, reconstructed traffic accidents, and even assisted environmental groups in monitoring the BP oil spill last year. Arion is continually working to improve the Scout's capabilities, and they hope to one day have a Scout in every soldier's backpack and in every police car's trunk, aiding them on the front lines. But not all robots can live in the clouds. Others stay down here on Earth, cleaning up after messy humans. Such as the Dustbot. It was developed by the Crim Lab as part of the Networked and Cooperating Robots for Urban Hygiene project in Italy. Designed for picking up trash in urban areas where trucks can't fit, Dustbot is summoned from a dispatch center. It then uses GPS and motion sensors to find its way to the caller's house and hauls away up to 66 pounds of garbage. The hope is that one day, Dustbots will be completely autonomous, keeping our world and its streets clean, preventing an apocalyptic wasteland. And finally, some robots aspire to be more than just mere trash collectors. They dream of being athletes, and their future MVP will be Roland Justin. Developed by the German Aerospace Center, Justin is able to interact with his surroundings in ways that other robots can only dream of. Equipped with 84 sensors, an onboard 3D camera, and over 40 joints throughout its skeleton, Justin is able to locate, track, and snatch objects thrown through the air. The information from the 3D camera and sensors feed into an external computer cluster that processes the data and gives Justin a lightning-fast response time of only 5 milliseconds. With an 80% catch rate that's constantly improving, he'll be the Rookie of the Year in no time. In the future, his engineers hope to send Justin into space to perform tasks without the need for human assistance. In the meantime, he'll keep on making coffee and dancing to his favorite songs. So when Judgment Day finally hits, you can say you were here when it all began with one of these flying, ball-catching, rubbish-loving machines.
Comic-Con is coming. We're bringing you 3 back-to-back days of coverage from San
addition to our massive Comic-Con special, for the first time ever, Attack and X-Play will both be live from the show floor. Coverage starts July 21. Visit G4TV.com/Comic-Con for details.
Coming up, Rappaport and a guy who raps.
Yes, Fife from A Tribe Called Quest and Michael Rappaport will be in studio next. Stay right there. Yeah.
The Feed is brought to you by Mitchum. 48 hours a day.
All right, get ready for the brand new documentary that captures the beats, rhymes, and life of A Tribe Called Quest.
I think of being on an F train in Queens, on the way to Manhattan to the studio, 25th Street, writing my rhyme on the train. By the time I got to Battery Studios, I walked in there, I was a little late. So I'm like, yo, what up, fellas? Yo, I'm ready to get busy, what's good? Yo, the mic's waiting for you. So I went in there and spit my verse. And then I just remember walking back into the control room and everybody being like, yo, son, oh, you've arrived.
Yo, microphone check 1, 2, what is this? The 5 for the 7 with the roughneck business.
When he came through on Bugging Out the first time we heard it.
Yo, microphone check 1, 2, what is this? What?
Join me now, Michael Rappaport and Fife from A Tribe Called Quest, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Congrats, by the way. It's not only being called a great documentary, but it's, being heralded as one of the greatest music documentaries of all time. So,
I don't even know what to say about that.
yeah, well, thank you works, but
It's crazy.
it's incredible. But a performance is one thing for you as an actor when you're out there, and it's like if it's a bad performance, that's okay. Maybe the film will live on.
Right.
You are to blame or to credit for every cut, frame, sound up, every visual flair, everything. Was that freeing, or were you scared S-less in the edit bay over this project?
It was paralyzing at times. I figured I would be blamed for every screw up. But I can't take the responsibility for everything positive. I didn't make the movie by myself. I had good people around me, helping me, holding me up at times. And really, it's a credit to Tribe Called Quest, letting me tell their story, giving me such a honest, open, forum to do it. And I was just there to work hard and to try to get it done because, Tribe Called Quest is very precious to me as it is to the fans.
Yeah, it's not just it's not somebody you just click like on their Facebook profile. It's your whole life. It tells a story.
Yeah, you have an emotional, visceral reaction to it. Like you love a Tribe Called Quest. And that was, everybody has a Tribe Called Quest story and a moment that I interviewed and talked to about the film, and people, the fans hold them very dear to the heart. So I felt that responsibility, and I didn't want to screw it up. But it wasn't just me.
Fife, are we interrupting your NBA draft? I don't want to.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm just trying to put this on silent.
We wouldn't want it to get in the way of the interview now, would we?
They always find the wrong time to hit me.
Well, so you had a lot of help, Fife. Did you hold a boom mic, or did you get in there in Final Cut Pro and show Michael how it's done?
No, not necessarily. I didn't. But the rest of the group, everybody had their say. We gave Mike a definite hard time.
Yeah.
Beats, rhymes, and fights and all this crazy stuff. So,
Beats, rhymes, and lawsuits.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we let them know, nah, man, you got to keep this precious. We hold the brand dear to our hearts, so you got to respect it. You got to cherish it like your kids, you know what I'm saying?
Did you ever put a couple bars of soap in a sock and just wing it around a few times to let them know you mean business?
No, it was all good.
What'd you think of the film? Obviously you've seen it a handful of times now. How'd he do?
Go
ahead, tell him to his face. It's good.
You did well, man. You did well. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. You did really, really well. I was scared to watch it at first because, this is like my whole adulthood in a nutshell, you know what I mean? And it's, when I first saw the film, I was like, damn, that was a hell of a group.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? So,
you're like, wow,
no, I'm just playing, but nah. It was a good movie, man. Good movie.
And it's not just about like the crazy tour or parties and groupies. It gets much more heavy and real than that, right?
Yeah, A Tribe Called Quest
He
was
didn't have
about
enough time for that.
That's the Blu-ray extra.
Yeah, that's the Blu-ray extra Tribe Called Quest Redux version. Tribe wasn't about groupies and partying and
Wait, what? Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
Well, they weren't about that, but they had
positive groupies.
Yeah, they had conscious groupies. They had groupies.
Oh, you care about the environment? Great, get in the bin of kitty litter. Yeah, I got it.
about Tribe Called Quest is they talked about women in such a respectful, playful, flirtatious way.
Right.
Like Bonita Applebum is such a, it's like, the Rolling Stones have Angie and the Beach Boys have, Barbara Ann, and they're not like exploitive songs like a lot of songs in hip hop and a lot of
At the
times.
time, especially, they were.
Yeah, and so Tribe was always big with the ladies. They always had girls and around them, and you'd always hear girls and Five Dog and Q-Tip. So, but the group itself, like the movie wasn't about that because they didn't represent that. They brought such a class and an inclusiveness to the movie. Into hip hop. So I didn't want the movie to reflect something that wasn't part of what they represented.
Now, there was a moment, Fife, in the documentary where you talk about, like, it wasn't about the music anymore. It became about a paycheck. It became business. Is that a problem when your passion gets turned into a profession? Is there a way to avoid that where you can practice your love for music or for whatever that is without destroying it?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. The problem with that is when it becomes a job, it shows in the music. I think most of our fans enjoyed the music because it was fun, it was quirky, it had a spirit to it, it had a vibe to it. And, songs like Bonita Applebum, To Find a Way, Back to Stressed Out, people can attest to those things. But if it's all about a paycheck, you're gonna hear the struggle more so than the fun in the music. And I'd rather be able to have fun with it. Now, yeah, give me my money, no doubt. But I wanna be able to have fun because this is what we chose to do as teenagers. And I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets other than actually breaking up.
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
I mean, there's rumors of more music. Contractually, you guys have one more album, right?
Yeah, for 13 years we've had one more album.
Well, should I not hold out hope? Should I stop refreshing iTunes every day?
We thank you for the hope, but I could only speak for myself. In my heart of hearts, I hope we can eventually do it. Because I'm all about these fans, man. Because they held us down all these years when we were doing the music for them, as well as when we weren't doing the music for them. They treat us like we have the hottest hit record out right now as we speak. So I humbly accept. I'm very thankful.
Michael, would you like to see one more?
Yeah, and that's the reason why I made the movie. Yeah. That curiosity of, will you guys make more music? Can you guys make more music? That was spawned the idea, like, I want to make a documentary about
You've got hundreds of hours of footage. I mean, when the credits scroll on this, there were people that I mean, it was like playing Where's Waldo? Where were they in this thing?
Yeah.
Any extras? Is there going to be a re-release?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's definitely, I think I'm very excited about the DVD release. I mean, the movie hasn't even come out in theaters yet, but the DVD will have some really good featurettes, some cutout scenes, talking about other songs, kind of breaking down the songs. Cool. There's a Busta Rhymes sequence. There's a Jay Dilla sequence. And I think there'll be some more insight into Q-Tip.
Love it. I love it. Well, I'm a huge fan as well. And I know, speaking of huge fans, Fife, Michael told us how much you love LeBron James. So we went ahead a couple weeks in advance and had him sign this for you. So congratulations. That is LeBron's finest for you, good sir.
Listen, man. Listen. Don't get it twisted. I just think when you have something like The Decision, what he did last year for free agency, if you're going to be bold to do something like that, you better win the finals. Man.
Yeah, well, that's his legacy building. Legacy building.
That's all I'm saying. But I honestly think he's much, much, much too talented to go his whole career without a title.
Well, then if it's okay, I'll give this back to the intern that signed that for you.
I need one with Carmelo Anthony's signature.
All right, we'll work on
that. The Black Mamba. You know what I'm saying?
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Fife and Michael Rappaport. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Real pleasure to chat with you. Thanks, man. Beats, Rhymes, and Live opens in New York and Los Angeles on July 8th.
Coming up, an all-new weekend edition of DVD with Devin Faraci.
Yes, it's DVD-rific.
Oh.
She's still working out over there. Yes, she is. There's no camera on her. It's not a joke for her, Chris. She really wants to work out.
473, don't talk!
Coming up Monday on an all-new Attack of the Show. Allison Hayslip is on the set of the hit show The Voice to give us a behind-the-scenes look. Then it's a netbook versus Chromebook smackdown week. We kick things off with a review of the new Toshiba netbook that weighs under 3 pounds. And we dig into the history of the Nintendo 64 in Tales from the Console Graveyard. From Super Mario 64 to GoldenEye, this is the console that changed everything. See it Monday.
of DVD Day. Chris Gore is still in Russia for the Transformers premiere, so please welcome back film expert Devin Faraci.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That R.
It's nice.
I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but
It's terrible, but-
Faraci.
It's very sad that Chris is still in that gulag.
I know.
It's rough. It's rough.
You're really
So,
upset, huh?
You know.
Thank you for joining us again.
Well, thank you for having me again.
Of course. All right, so what's up first?
First, we have The Eagle, which is a Roman era set film about the Eagle of the Ninth, the Roman legion that went into Britain. They lost their battle standard, and it's been missing for thousands of years, except in Hollywood, where they find it in this movie and bring it home. Spoilers.
Now, besides this super sexy Channing Tatum, what can we expect from The Eagle?
The also sexy Jamie Bell, Billy Elliot himself. He plays a Celtic slave, and we have Channing running around in little Roman miniskirts.
Yes.
Lots of dirt and lots of blue filters.
Sounds like something I'd like. So what do we have for bonus features?
Not a whole lot. This is based on a true story, but they don't really do very much with it, which is too bad. This would be a good opportunity to talk about the real Roman legion and the real Eagle of the Ninth and the real conquering of Britain. But instead, we get a lot of stuff like what you're seeing right there, which is Channing Tatum talking about his method.
And he was totally covered up, too.
He was wearing a burlap sack, I believe, in that
Nobody wants to watch that. All right, what's the bottom line?
Pass. This is not the worst movie ever made, but you'll catch it on cable.
Okay. All right, what's our next DVD?
Blowout from the Criterion Collection. The classic film from Brian De Palma, the director of Scarface and The Untouchables and a bunch of other really amazing films.
Now, what makes this film worthy of the Criterion treatment?
Well, I think De Palma is one of the great directors of the 20th century, and this is one of his best films. This is just really taut, really well made. It is a beautifully shot, beautifully edited, great Hitchcockian thriller, and it has, I swear to God, I'm not being sarcastic, an amazing performance from John Travolta.
Really?
He's really great. I swear to God.
Hey, swears to God, y'all. How are the special features?
They're terrific. This is the Criterion Collection, so you expect nothing but the best.
The best.
And this time we have an hour-long discussion with Brian De Palma and director Noah Baumbach, who you're seeing right there. And it's really great. It's the kind of thing where it's a masterclass in filmmaking. There's a really great quote from De Palma where he talks about how, for him, a dirty word is coverage, which is, when they're shooting different angles on a scene, he likes to sculpt his picture in advance. He knows every single shot before he begins shooting, and that's why Blowout is such an amazing film.
Wow. Okay, so what's the bottom line?
Oh, buy this. I don't know why you don't own it already. This is one of the great movies. This has got to be on your shelf.
Nice. Okay, what else do we have to check out?
Battle Beyond the Stars, Roger Corman's 1980s cheese-tastic space opera.
Now, why is this movie considered a cult classic?
Well, a couple different reasons. One is that it's one of those really great, so bad it's good cheeseball films, but also this is a movie.
It looks kind of cheesy.
It looks kind of, I
Just
think,
a
is really
little.
underselling how amazingly crappy this is. And also, but it's the kind of film where a lot of really terrific people got their starts. James Cameron got one of his first jobs in Hollywood as the art director on this picture.
Oh, wow.
John Sayles, who was nominated for 2 Oscars, wrote this movie. And it stars George Peppard from the A-Team as a character who I swear to God is named Space Cowboy.
That's awesome. Now, Battle Beyond the Stars came out 3 years after Star Wars was released, so can the two films be compared?
It would be compared only in that Battle Beyond the Stars is pretty much a complete ripoff of Star Wars. In fact, Roger Corman, who was one of the great exploitation filmmakers, that was his whole point. He wanted to make a movie that was one part Star Wars, one part Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai, and he put them together in this really
That's
goofy...
really cheesy, just that part. With the, what was that, green blood?
He put in this really goofy blaster, early Battlestar Galactica style nonsense with the cast of Godspell over here. So,
oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah, it's a pretty terrific film. It's pretty terrible, but a lot of fun.
Okay, so what's the bottom line?
Oh, buy this. You got to have this in the collection. Yeah. This is exactly the kind of silly, fun space opera that every nerd should have on a shelf.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Devin.
Thank you very much. It's fun to be here.
It's amazing having you. For more Devin, follow him on Twitter @DevinCF.
We have important news for your feet.
Yeah, from superhero Converse to Thrasher kicks, this edition of Sneakerheads will make you want to spend your monies.
Summer. It's finally here. And to help kick off the beach parties and bonfires, we're checking out the latest kicks. First up, snag a board, grab a rail, and get ready to grind. Badass skater magazine Thrasher has teamed up with company clothing Clucked to create these awesome kicks. Available in both black and blue, these mid-top sneakers are a mix of suede and canvas, with the Thrasher logo printed on the heel and embedded on the sole. They have the phrase "Death Before Dishonor" printed in the footbed and are topped off with "Skate and Destroy" stitched into the back of the shoe, making these kicks perfect for the skater in all of us. These sneaks will drop this November as part of the fall-winter line and will retail for about $160. Now, if you're looking for a more artistic take on your footwear, then pick up these Mark Dean Vecca sneakers. As part of a team-up with the clothing company The Hundreds, the iconic artist has created a whole line of clothing and boards, including these limited edition kicks. Made of white leather, Vecca has decked out these sneaks with his fantastical imagery in a French wallpaper style. The Hundreds logo is stitched onto the tongue along with their trademark bomb printed in the footbed. If you're looking to show off your creative side, then swing over to shop.thehundreds.com and snag a pair of these kicks for 78 bones. Now, if you prefer your art to be more of the superhero variety, then you're going to want to grab a pair of these DC Comics All-Stars. Journeys has taken the classic Chuck Taylor and powered it up with a couple of DC heavy hitters, Batman and the Green Lantern. Each pair features a splash page of art, characters, and word bubbles with the heroes' logos printed on the tongue. However, if you're more of the villainous type, then you'll want to grab these old-school Catwoman's or this Joker pair, complete with his signature laugh. Ready to kick crime right in the ass? Then grab a pair of these DC Chucks over at Journeys.com for $55 to $60. So there you go. Whether you're showing off your Ollie or just kicking back with your latest comic book, we've got the best for you sneakerheads.
Many thanks to our guests, Devin Faraci, Morgan Webb, Chris Hardwick, Michael Rappaport, Fife, and of course, a huge extra special thanks to Sarah Underwood for guest hosting.
Top starts right now.
Fun fact.
Good night.
This isn't the first time we've only been separated by a condom.
Yes, it is.